ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to AussieVerse, where tonight, wherever you're watching it, we are discussing what we have read in the month of March. Thank you very much for joining us and taking the time of your day for being here. Mark, Grodd, Watson, Sharif, how are you, boys?
Good.
Doing well.
Doing well. It's very nice to see your lovely faces.
Thank you. If you do want to see our lovely posts on Instagram, go check us out at AussieVerse_Comx, where you can also see our graphic designer, A51_designs. Okay, the month of March. Take it away, Grodd. What did you read? I don't know how many we've got here, so do you want to do all of it at once, or do that?
Yeah, sure. I just picked out a couple of things that we read. I'm mainly a singles person, so just mainly my weekly comics. So I would go through a few of them, but I'll do me 2 trades that I read this month. I read volume 2 of Robin, the Joshua Williamson one.
Good or not?
Yes. I actually, because I thought the same thing, and I know what a lot of people would think. We're not really big fan. I'm not a fan of Damien. He annoys me.
I love Damien.
Like that. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, well, then you'll love this. I just thought it was well done. It's a fighting tournament, and you get 3 lives and whatever. You can kill them, and they get resurrected back, and it's really cool. It's just the best fighters, and Damien's in it, and the characters are really well done. I thought it was. Again, I was hesitant to get it but I kept on hearing it was good, so I'll give volume 1 a try, and I loved it, and this volume 2 just as good. So yeah.
Sharif, you're a fan of Damien, aren't you?
He's one of those characters that I love to hate.
Yeah.
like Mark says, it's just so annoying. Especially when he's portrayed in the animated movies. He's so cocksure of himself.
Well, that definitely doesn't differ in this, but it's kind of good. It's well done. I thought. I got a feeling Joshua Williamson's got a good feel for Damien. Just the whole character basis, and the side characters are awesome. Like there was Flatline, he's now his new romantic interest, and Ravenger's in there as well. There's a few other ones that are in there that didn't quite know. There's like one of the issues in it. What's that, sorry?
Any of those people.
Yeah. Well, I was just about to say, I think it's in this one. There must have been like an annual. It goes through little 2 or 3 page stories of all the characters. So there's a Ravenger one. There's only one page of the Drenched, or whatever his name is.
Oh.
He's apparently an Aquaman villain. Black Swan, there's a page on her. Just gives you sort of a profile of them, which I thought was not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to the next one. I read the Captain America Symbol of Truth. This is the new Sam Wilson one. That's out. I just thought it was okay.
Well, the way I'm led to believe, the way I've read it in an article, I think, is you've got that title, but then you've got another Captain America miniseries at the same time. What's your one called? Symbol of Truth?
So the Symbol of Truth, this is the Sam's one. The other one is Liberty, whatever, Symbol of Liberty or something like that.
And now there's a 3rd series coming out that'll have both of them.
Yeah, I think that's
from those 2 series.
Yeah, I think they intertwined these sort of together. So I want to get the Steve Rogers one, but I think they were sold out when I brought this one, so I might have to look elsewhere for it.
That's how mother get your money.
Yeah. So a few of the singles I'll just go through. These are not all the ones I read, but I'll just quickly discuss a couple of them. Scarlet Witch issue 3. This is a good series. I recommend this big time. I really enjoy it. It's quite simple story. She's opened up a bookstore, and with Darcy, who she was never originally in the comics, but she's
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's a magic door, and people that come through it have a problem that they can't deal with. and they open up a door, then all of a sudden magically they enter the bookstore. So she'll have a customer come in who has a big problem. She has to go help solve it. Simple.
Okay, that actually sounds all right. Who's writing it?
Steve Orlando.
Okay, yeah, fair enough then.
Good issue 10, Punisher.
Yes.
This is a good series. As you would know, Bo, you've read the first half. It's good. It finishes at 12. So we've got 2 more issues left.
No, I'm sorry. This series is only going to be 12 issues long?
It finishes at 12. Yeah.
It'll come. They'll do another number 1, Sharif. It's Punisher. What they always do, you know.
Yeah, no, because the other day I was just going through stuff that I wanna get or wanna read. I think volume 2 of the trade is coming out soon, I think. And so I want to get 1 and 2, thinking that it's going to be a long running series. But if it's 3, hey, 12, it's going to be 3 volumes then.
Yeah. It's definitely worth getting though. It's a good read. Red Goblin issue 2.
Oh, what's that like?
I just read that last night actually. It's good. I knew nothing about the character, so I thought I'd give it a go. The covers looked cool, and I liked it said in the solicitors, and go, you know what, I'll give it a go. Yeah, it's good so far, Bo. Only 2 issues in. Norman, the granddad, he sort of tried to be good again.
Yeah.
And then there's he's like his gang, like the Green Goblins or something like that. They still exist, and so yeah, it's something to do with that. It's just starting. I didn't mind it.
Just the only thing I'm confused about that, because obviously I'm waiting for the trade, is Normie, like, you know how characters don't age in comics, but the children sort of do. They'll write them, like they'll age them up, or there are some characters that I don't think get actually aged up, but they just grow still. They're the exception to the rule. Like, for instance, Fantastic Four's children and so forth. Peter Parker himself has grown as well. So it's interesting to me with Normie Osborn Jr., because I've only ever seen him as a kid, and in recent iterations, okay, maybe he's a toddler, or I don't know what maybe 9, 10, I don't know. And then from what I've seen of the covers of these, he looks a bit older. So I'm not.
He's 10. He's 10.
All right, yeah. It looks like a man, Red Goblin,
Yeah. It does. It's very deceiving because he's got a bit of symbiote from what's his name, Dylan Brock.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he calls it. What does he call it? Jeez, I forgot what he calls it. He calls it. It's just a little bit of symbiote he got, and he calls it something. It's fine.
Is it from his symbiote?
Yeah, apparently, but I don't know why it's red. So.
Oh, red. It's not Carnage.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's where I'm confused with it, because he's Red Goblin, but he got the symbiote bit from Dylan Brock.
It's got to be Carnage.
Yeah. Oh. Well, to start off with, someone mistakes him for Carnage because, yeah.
As you would.
Yeah, he looks pretty Carnage. All right, I'm going to move on. Superman, issue 2. This is Joshua Williamson as well. This was really, really good. I'll make a special mention of, I think it's Jamal Campbell. The artwork's amazing in it so far as well, so enjoying that. Good start to Superman. Poison Ivy, issue 10. This is still ongoing, so it's quite nice. I've enjoyed most of them. The 1 Minute War, Flash, 784. This has been really good. This has been every second week coming out, so it's been really good.
Because I don't buy the singles. I try to catch up with the current 1 Minute War on YouTube, and they do 2-3 issue recaps, and man, the story is really solid.
Story is really solid. If you don't know, Bo, it's there's this clan that's come to the universe to take over or take its energy, and they freeze. They've got a technology to go super fast, and they freeze everything. So everybody's still, except for people that have speed powers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a really cool idea, and it's really cool because they're moving just as fast as them. But obviously, when you're reading it, it's normal pace because they're supposed to be in super speed.
Hence 1 Minute War.
Yeah, go for 1 minute. Now what they because this one I think is the second last one. It says 5 seconds, so there's 5 seconds left.
That's cool. I like that little touch.
Yeah. Last one I'll just quickly touch on too. Batman Incorporated. Pretty much a Ghostmaker story. This one had Professor Pig as the villain in it. I'm really enjoying this series by Ed Brisson. It's probably not a title many people would pick up, but I would recommend people to pick it up because the first story arc, which finished at 5, was really good. And this second story arc has come off pretty well as well. I don't know how much longer it's going to last because I don't think it's selling, but I enjoy it. So, yeah. And I think I enjoyed it that much, I went out and got a Ghostmaker.
A new pickup.
Do you know, like, legit, I don't even know who that character is.
Yeah, he's pretty new.
Yeah, I've got no idea who that is. He's obviously a good guy, yeah?
Yeah.
No, anti-hero.
Yeah, he's a good guy now. Like, he was trained by everybody that trained Batman, but he kills. But he's vowed not to kill anymore, sort of thing, and he helps out Batman now. He's kind of got everything Batman does, like all the gadgets and tools, but you don't know his identity yet. No one's ripped his mask off or anything.
Oh, okay. That's cool. That's I like that. So it's kind of like Azrael without the religious nutty part.
Yes, yeah. I think he had a backup for a little while, and that was quite good. When he first came out, I didn't like him because he was always trying to outshow Batman and stuff like that. But after a while, just going, especially by himself, and then the mystery built up of who he is. Yeah, I found it really interesting from then on.
Wonder who it is.
I don't think it's going to be somebody we already know. I think they're just, I don't know. Yeah, the first story arc was a lot to do with his past, so that was kind of cool.
All right.
I think they should have just kept the killing aspect of him just a little bit longer. He's trained with the same masters, just like Bruce had. He's got gadgets like Batman does.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference that he kills. So if he doesn't kill, he's technically Batman.
Pretty much. I guess that's why he's in the Batman Incorporated series now, and it's not called Ghostmaker. He doesn't make ghosts anymore.
Big Nut Man.
What's that?
I was just saying Nut Man. I reckon that's a good one, but then I realised it's not. All right, next.
Yep.
Oh, that's it. Okay. All right, I'm going to take the spotlight. So first of all, I do have to say that I read Devil's Toilet from Spedsy, and it is really good, man. Like, I don't know how to say this politely and without maybe it's one of those sentences that never comes across well. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was, and it's really good. You know, I'm really looking forward to it. I've also got the second issue, which I haven't read, but like I said in the last haul video, it's my reading has really slowed down quite a lot in the last few weeks due to work. I'm still always reading though. So Devil's Toilet, highly recommended. Go to Comx and check it out, please, please, please. It is so good.
I did get that too, and I've read it. I thought issue 1 was good. I haven't got issue 2 yet. You have to let me know what it is. But yeah, I was the same. I was quite surprised, like how intriguing the characters are out of just such a bizarre concept.
He's so funny as well, and the only negative thing I'll say about it is that because I've spoken to Spency so much in the past, I can't help but hear the narrator in his voice. And you know what? I just realized that's actually not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, to hear him sit there talking about it all. The other one that I got lastly from Comx as well was the Sizzle and Doug Into the Multiverse. And this was such a great collaboration. Every single page is a new artist doing their own page. And it's a really simple concept. And it's just Sizzle, the creator and writer, and his cat, Doug, are going through the multiverse. And each page is just a great combination of stories. Highly recommend you go pick that up. Moving on, the next three that I read is something that's been on my shelf for ages. It took me quite a while to read too. I'm really glad that I finally did. And that was Irredeemable. It came out in a big compendium. They call it an omnibus, but I call them compendiums because that's what they are. Yeah, right. This is so good, man. It's about what if the world's Superman decides to just go evil one day. And I know what you're thinking. They've done that in Injustice. I don't know whether this came out first or not. I think this came out first, but it's a very different concept to Injustice as well. It's not just about a very powerful superhero who takes over the world the way Superman does. It's about a superhero that is very much more in line with Homelander, very bad upbringing, who just goes nuts and how the world around him reacts. And what's great about it is the other characters that were a little hard to get into at the start, but there are a couple of characters in here that if you've never read any of this, then you'd never know them. But give it a chance, and I guarantee you will really, really enjoy this. And what's great about it is that about 3/4 of the way through it, there's a couple of issues in it of Incorruptible. And in the Incorruptible storyline, while the world is going to hell because of the Superman character in this one, the villain of the Superman character decides to go good and wants to be the savior. So you have these two massive books that go hand in hand. They cross over for about 2 or 3 issues towards the end. And it is really, really good. And most people think, most people say Irredeemable is the better one. But I disagree. I reckon Incorruptible was the better one for me. There's something about a villain turning good that is so much more compelling to me than a good guy just flipping it and losing it, And what followed after that, which I don't understand why it hasn't come out in the same format as that, is the third series after it, which was Insufferable. So Incorruptible, Irredeemable, Insufferable. Insufferable is 4 trades. 5 trades. I don't know. I got them down
4.
there. Sharif, thank you. This is about the dynamics between a superhero and his sidekick. And it's obviously based in the same universe as Irredeemable and Incorruptible, where it's a lot more, even though it's a comic and it's comic-y, it's a lot more realistic than you would find in, let's say, Marvel and DC. And again, 2 characters you've never heard of, but you get sucked in really quickly. Sharif, I believe you've gotten a Kickstarter coming of this, haven't you?
Yeah, should arrive at my consolidated shipper next month. So I should see it sometime in June. Yeah, I'll share it. Definitely.
It's all of them, isn't it?
Yeah, all 3.
Yeah.
All 3 series, single volume per series. Though I don't know how they're gonna do it because I've got 10 volumes of sorry, which is the longer one? Irredeemable.
Yeah,
10
yeah,
volumes of 10 volumes of Irredeemable, 7 volumes of Incorruptible, and of course the 4 Insufferable. And they have different thicknesses, but your 2 books, they look almost the same. So I have no idea how the Kickstarter editions are gonna look, because in the photos that in the promo photos, they all have the same thickness.
Well, I just hope for your sake, but maybe for mine. What doesn't happen to you, but does happen to me, is the thing where you spend a lot of money on these Kickstarters, and then you can somehow find them cheaper later on once they've made their money. Like,
Yeah.
what was it? Oh, the Lady Death omnibus. That's exactly what happened with that. Anyway, moving on. Three volumes of Amazing Spider-Man, the latest run. I'm really digging this, although part of me wishes I waited. I continued waiting, because apparently there's been a reveal that hasn't happened yet. That has happened in single issues, but hasn't happened in trades yet. There's a big mystery. We don't know what Peter Parker's done that's alienated him from the world. He's done something everyone hates him. It's broken my heart what's happened between him and Mary Jane. Moving on. The last thing that I've read, that really annoys me. The last thing that I've read is these 2 massive trades, which is Axe, Avengers, X-Men, Eternals, the War of said teams. Pretty good. Ending was very, very predictable, unfortunately. It's quite a shame, the ending, in my opinion. But the stakes were high, man. The stakes were high, and that's what you need for a good Marvel event. I reckon it was well written. I just wish the ending was a bit more original. That's all I got.
Nice.
My March has not been varied in the sense that many titles. I've only read 1 title, but 12 volumes. I've shared this with during the whole video, and it's Invincible.
Oh, yeah.
When I've gotten the last issue, volume 12, Bo, you said, I'm so jealous that you got to read it for the first time, and you got me so hyped up. Cracked open volume 1. Man, I gotta be honest. I think volume 1, 2, and 3. I think it's so slow.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
No, it's so slow. I mean, because you built it up. All right,
It's
all right.
awesome.
So, right. So we're introduced to the title character, Mark, and his father, Omni-Man, and Volume 1, explores him just coming into his powers, his training, and then there's a fallout between his father, big war, and then we get introduced to all the other characters that share the world. And then as we progress on in the later volumes into the bigger universe, that's when the story got me, especially when they introduced, oh shoot, what's his name?
That's the alien guy? Yeah.
Ellen the alien. First meeting, miscommunication. He didn't know what he was there for, and then they start talking, made friends, and then the universe started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And this just like how you describe X, the stakes got bigger and just more serious. Oh man, when there's so much. That I want to talk about this book. The Viltrumites, how the history, the civilization, and where they are at that point in time. It was, if I don't know if I want to spoil it here, but I know. Let's just say the civilizations weren't what they used to be, and the region who's leading them, man, the power that he held just blinded him, corrupted him, and then all this all the planets got together and they big war. As I progress up to volume 12, things start to wind down. The story progresses in years into the future. I know that it's ending. The pace has slowed down, and I just kind of, oh man, I don't want to stop.
Yeah.
I felt that I wanted more, but I understood that it's the end of the story. A lot of the plot threads have been resolved by then. A lot of things that the offspring, the children that came out of relationships, they grew up, became adults, and family legacy. But just like Irredeemable and Incorruptible, there were a couple of issues there that crossed over with Wolfman.
Yeah,
I'm reading that right now. While reading Invincible, those two issues that crossed over with certain characters that are kind of part of the main cast in Wolfman, it didn't make too much sense then. But then when I started reading Wolfman and I got to the part where it crossed over with Invincible, so oh yeah, right. So now I understand what happened before then. I'm halfway through that book. I'll get to it next month when we review April's books. So yeah, personally, I've only read one title this in March, but 12 volumes. That's it.
Yeah, man. I'm dying to read all that other Invincible World stuff, but I haven't, one. Oh, great stuff. All right. Well, thank you very much for hearing us out. Well, we talked about the books, comics, single issues, whatever that we read this month. We will be back next month for what we read for April. And in the meantime, please go check out our channel for all the other stuff that we've got on offer. It's not a bad channel. I like it. Hopefully you do. And we'll see you then. Thank you very much, guys. And as always, what is AussieVerse?
For life.
Here's a word from our sponsor, the good old Comx.
This show is sponsored by the Comx shop. Check out comx.cx for all things Comx and find out what Comx is all about. We hope you enjoyed the show.